announcement, or Sam has an announcement. I'm going to invite Sam to come on up. And this is such an important announcement, he decided to sit down for it. So anyway, Sam, take it away, buddy.
All right.
I'll sit down too.
Yeah. So I heard recently someone talk about God as the author of our lives, and I think the option will come every once in a while in our life to choose: are we going to write this story ourselves of our life, or are we going to listen to the great author and be at peace with living in his story instead of what we want it to be? And that's, like 4 years ago almost, is when it was one of those moments when Kayla and I decided that we would listen to the author's story and live in that and come to a place we've never heard of called Lock Haven. And that was quite, scary, because we were moving further away from family, and we'd never been in central Pennsylvania. All we knew of Pennsylvania was Pittsburgh and Philly, and there's a lot in between there. But God provided it for us in a huge way with Commonplace Church, with Pastor Josh, and so many of you. Honestly, it's been incredible. Well, another decision has come where we had to think about what the author's intention was, what story he was writing. And so last Saturday, Kayla and I, we accepted a job in Tennessee to do ministry in her family's hometown, and we'll be close to family there. I'll be commuting. But it was, I'll be working at a church plant there and doing ministry and using my gifts in an exciting way. But on the other side of the coin is just a really tough decision that we had to make to leave our family, and that's what we see you guys as, family. And so May 1st, we will be starting there. So at the end of April, we'll be moving. And that's been such a hard decision because, as I've told everybody, it's been over 2 months of praying and deciding. The reason why it wasn't such an easy decision is because there's nothing about Commonplace or you Lock Haven students that made us want to leave. I've been in positions before where I've been desperately trying to find another job. And in this situation, I was actually rejecting it at first, but through prayer and just looking at some pieces that God has kind of put together, that this was the decision that he was ready to bless for us. And so we'll be with you for the next few months. At the end of April sometime, we'll be making our transition to Tennessee. And in the meantime, our focus is one, to just kind of celebrate with you what God has done. It's been just incredible working with somebody like Josh and learning from him about ministry and getting to partner with you and see the way that many of you have grown incredibly from maybe just knowing a couple things about God to now having a living relationship that is contagious with others. And so our focus is celebrating, but it's also preparing for the next person that's going to come. Pastor Josh will update you with that, but I can at least tell you that we'll be interviewing some more CCO campus pastors who will take my role, and will be here at least by the next semester. So we want to make sure that this transition is as smooth as possible. But I'm confident, one, because this is God's church. It's not one of our churches, it's God's church, and he will always take care of his own. And secondly, this church is filled with amazing leaders who are fully capable of doing the work of ministry. I would love to, talk to you over coffee in the next few months, and my student leaders will be seeing a lot of me, probably more than usual, to help prepare for the next step. But I'd love to answer any questions that you have. Feel free to message me or talk to me. I think that's about it.
Right. There'll be a small flogging after church today. this is new for all of us. You know, it's the first time 4 years ago that God brought a helper along in our ministry, and I've been able to see the fruit of Sam and Kayla's work at our church, and so I've never lost a pastor friend like this, and so I'm kind of working through this myself, but I do want to assure you that the ministry will continue. If you're a college student and you're thinking, oh my goodness, what's going to happen? Commonplace College Ministry is still going strong. And so we're excited about that. In February, a number of us from the Commonplace will be traveling to Pittsburgh to a conference. This is the conference that I went to 4 years ago, where I interviewed Sam and Kayla, as well as a number of other campus ministers. And so out of that time, we do pray and hope that God will show us someone who might be a good replacement. Not the same, no one's ever going to be just like Sam, right? Or Kayla, but God knows what our church needs in this next season, and I'm going to trust Him that He's going to be faithful in that. So that's the update. We'll be giving you more updates as we go along, and so if you have any questions, you're always welcome to talk to me, and let me know how you're feeling. So, what do you preach on a Sunday like this, right? Nobody's going to listen to a thing I say. You're all thinking about Sam.